Morning. Today we will discuss about the history of the angiography and cardiac catheterization. In the history of the angiography is the Hastert and Lintedal in January 1896, just 10 weeks after the Röntgen discovered produced radiography showing blood vessels, start the angiography. There is a Slender named scientist who discovered in 1952 a percutaneous method of catheterization named Slender technique, eliminated the surgical risk of the exposing the vessel in the tissue. As showing in this picture, you can see there is the thin wire in the artery, so there is the minimal blood loss in this technique. In the history of the cardiac catheterization, in 3000 BC, Egyptians performed bladder catheterization using metal pipes. In 400 BC, hollow needle pipes used to study function of the cardiac valves. In 1844, successful catheterization of the right and left ventricle of a horse done by Bernard. Horseman is 1929 first human catheterization done. As shown in this picture, there is the catheter from the brachial side and with catheters is in the heart. In 1960 to 1970s, brought tremendous advances in cardiovascular medicine and technology. Radiographic imaging and recording equipments come, physiological monitoring equipment and cardiovascular pharmaceutical and supplies. During these 1960 to 1970s, imaging recording started, and then physiological monitoring is also available for the ECG and pressures, and there is also tremendous changes in the cardiovascular pharmaceutical supplies. In 1990s, second most frequently performed in patient operate procedure in the US, and the most performed procedure in the patients over 65. First, they are doing the angio procedures in the above 65 in 1990s. In 2000, the first drug-eluting stent manufactured by Johnson & Johnson. This is all about the catheters. Now the equipment in the cath lab, there are the very variable equipments like CM, hemodynamic monitor, injectors, which is shown in this picture. In this picture you can see injector which is used for the powerful angiography in the chambers like right ventricle, left ventricle. So we can see the pulmonary arteries and aorta easily. And there is also the catheters you can see in this picture which is used in the cath lab. This is the pacemaker and the stents picture which is used in cath lab for procedures. After that, the new technology is come for the peripheral angiography, that is called the DSA. The full form is the digital subtraction angiography, which shows only the vessels and eliminate the other things like bones and muscles in the picture. The common procedures which perform in the cath lab are abdominal aortic aneurysm, thoracic angiography, pulmonary arteriography, selective abdominal visceral arteriography, central venography, coronary angiography, peripheral angiography. There are diagnostic procedures performed in cath lab. Other different cardiac catheterization procedures also done, like balloon angioplasty for the coronary vessels, as far as also for the peripheral vessels. Permanent pacemaker also done in the cath lab. Coronary stent also deposit in the cardiac cath lab, and heart valve replacement also can be done in cath lab. Now there is the indication for the cardiac procedures. that means why we should do the procedure of the patient, that is called indication. So for indication means history of the artery disease. If patient has the artery disease history, then we should do angiography, heart defects, heart blockages, high blood pressure and cholesterol, stroke, sudden cardiac arrest, seizures, confusion and trauma. All are the indications for doing procedure of the patient in cath lab. Now the contraindication. What are the contraindication for the procedures in cath lab? Contraindication means why we should not patient take inside of the cath lab. So these are the reasons. Allergy to the contrast. If the patient has the allergy to the contrast, then we should avoid the procedure of the cath lab. That patient. Uncontrolled blood pressure, problem with the blood coagulation, kidney failure or dysfunction, severe anemia, electrolyte imbalance, fever, active system infection, arrhythmia, uncompensated heart failures. All are the contraindication for not performing procedures, the planned procedures. If the patient have any emergency procedures, then we can take in the cath lab. Now what is the risk during and after the procedures? Risk during and after procedure are hemorrhage. Patient can develop hemorrhage, injury to the nerves, a clot in the blood vessels, hematoma, an area of the swelling caused by a collection of blood, irregular heart rhythm, infection, allergic reaction to the contrast, damage to kidneys from contrast and stroke. All are these the risk during the procedure and also can happen after the procedures.